Hey guys, it's Krista here again, and I've actually been having some trouble trying to figure out what kind of videos that I want to put up, because I do want to get back into doing videos, and I have been buying tons of books and reading a lot since I've been gone over practically the last year. So I just wasn't sure how to bring up these things that I have, and honestly I can't even remember what I've showed and what I haven't showed. So this is just pure chaos as far as my shelves go. So I thought about maybe, because I had seen some videos where people go and pick books off of their shelves by using numbers. So I thought maybe I would just start showing you guys 5 random books off my shelves and throw some videos up and see if you guys are watching them and are interested in them. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'll talk about 5 books that I pulled off my shelves. These 5 particularly I haven't read, so I'm not going to be able to say much about them, but I will tell you what the summary says on the back. So Barnes & Noble was recently doing their buy 2 get the 3rd free, and I have 2 of those books here that I picked up. And the first one is Ruby by Cynthia Bond. This one has been on my TBR. I saw some reviews on it here on YouTube and decided that it was something I wanted to read. And then Oprah just recently made it one of her new 2.0 picks. So the summary is, Ephraim Jennings has never forgotten the beautiful girl with long braids running through the red dust and piney woods of Liberty, their small East Texas town. For Ruby Bell, Liberty was a place of devastating violence from which she fled to seedy, glamorous 1950s New York. Years later, pulled back home, 30-year-old Ruby is faced with the seething hatred of a town desperate to destroy her. Witnessing her struggle, Ephraim must choose between loyalty to the sister who raised him and the chance for a life with the woman he has loved since he was a boy. Utterly transfixing, Cynthia Bond's Ruby is a soaring novel of passion and courage. Yeah, so there's that one that I got. And then with that same batch, I picked up Black Moon by Kenneth Calhoun. And this is one I was very excited to see because it had just barely been put on my radar, and I had just added it to my wish list. And it says, insomnia has claimed everyone Biggs knows. Even his beloved wife, Carolyn, has succumbed to the telltale red-rimmed eyes, slurred speech, and cloudy mind before disappearing into the quickly collapsing world. Yet Biggs can still sleep and dream, and he sets out to find her. He ventures out into a world ransacked by mass confusion and desperation, where he meets others struggling against the tide of sleeplessness. Chase and his buddy Jordan are devising a scheme to live off their drugstore lootings. Lila is a high school student wandering the streets in an owl mask, no longer safe with her insomniac parents. Felicia abandons the sanctuary of a sleep research center to try to protect her family and perhaps reunite with Chase, an ex-boyfriend. All around, sleep has become an infinitely precious commodity. Money can't buy it, no drug can touch it, and there are those who would kill to have it. Kenneth Calhoun has written a brilliantly realized and utterly riveting depiction of a world gripped by madness, one that is vivid, strange, and profoundly moving. So I was excited to see they had that one as an option. A while back I was doing, I wanted something Jaws-like, you know, an animal creature kind of storybook, and I came across this one, Steve Alten's The Loch. And it says, marine biologist Zachary Wallace once suffered a near-drowning experience in legendary Loch Ness, and now long-forgotten memories of that experience have begun haunting him. The truth surrounding these memories lies with Zachary's estranged father, Angus Wallace, a wily Highlander on trial for murder. Together, the two plunge into a world where the legend of Loch Ness shows its true face. So, that sounds very exciting. Okay, so I picked up a copy also while I was at Barnes of this signed comic of Amulet. And I haven't really gotten into comic books or graphic novels. It's something that I want to do. I just haven't really found anything that grips me. But I got this one because it's signed. I have read, here's an example of this Explorer series, which is edited by the same author. And I have done a review on the first book in this series before. And he just edits these other short stories that are put within this Explorer series. And I thought it was very cute. And they're by different people. So there's little tiny stories with different art and everything in it from different people. And so it's a nice little short story collection. And that just kind of goes along with the other one because that's all I really know. Besides, he did the new drawings for the Harry Potter series with the castle scape on the spines, which I love. I love my series. Okay, so the last book I'm going to show you is called The Tilted World. And this one, it says, the year is 1927. As rains swell the Mississippi, the mighty river threatens to burst its banks and engulf everything in its path, including Federal Revenue Agent Ted Ingersoll and his partner, Ham Johnson. Arriving in the tiny hamlet of Hobnob, Mississippi to investigate the disappearance of two fellow agents who had been on the trail of a local bootlegger, they are astonished to find a baby boy abandoned in the middle of a crime scene. Ingersoll, an orphan raised by nuns, is determined to find the infant a home, and his search leads him to Dixie Clay Holliver, a strong woman married too young to a philandering charmer. Dixie Clay has lost a child to illness and is powerless to resist this second chance at motherhood. From the moment they meet, Ingersoll and Dixie Clay are drawn to each other. He has no idea that she's the best bootlegger in the county and may be connected to the agent's disappearance. And while he seems kind and gentle, Dixie Clay knows full well that he is an enemy who can never be trusted. When Ingersoll learns that a saboteur might be among them, planning a catastrophe along the river that would wreak havoc in Hobnob, he knows that he and Dixie Clay will face challenges and choices, and they will be fortunate to survive. So that's just a mixture of different elements to it, and sounds awesome to me. This one is actually at the top of my TBR, so I'm going to be reading it pretty soon. So anyway, if you guys have any other ideas or stuff that you'd like to see from me, like I said, I buy a lot of books, but they just go into this, and so it would be hard for me just to show you exactly what I bought when. Plus, I also have subscriptions now on, you know, on the computer where I just read online, so there's not really much to show. Anyway, thanks again for showing up today. I'm really glad to see you guys, and thanks for watching me. Bye.